Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm working in my traveller's notebook and showing another spread from my Japan trip. So I know my last video was a journal process as well, but I really fancied working in this Japan traveller's notebook today, so I thought I would show you what I do, and I've only done one other spread in this journal before that I've shown on this channel, so hopefully you like that one and you'll like this one too. I have 2 boxes full of Japan stuff that we brought back from our trip last February. There's a lot of receipts and stickers and just a lot of paper stuff that I brought back from when I was out there. This map was from a magazine that we picked up in Tokyo Station, which is where one of the pictures was taken, which was the ramen from Kitchen Street. And it's quite a famous little street. If you do ever go to Tokyo and want some good ramen, then there's plenty of restaurants down there that do it. I always find the blank page quite scary almost, because I don't know where to start. It can be a little bit daunting. So I generally like to put some paper down first, and I find that easier to work on top of. And you'll see later on that I do cover it up a bit, but that's fine. Like I said, I do use it as a base. It just helps me feel a bit more comfortable in adding my bits on top. So a lot of the map on the right hand side does get covered up. So yeah, this map just shows it's got a label on there for the Kitchen Street, which is where we ate, and that was just collected from a magazine. There's quite a lot of free magazines in Japan that I took, because I like to have all these little junky bits, throwaway bits from my trips, just to add a bit more of the culture really, especially because it's got a lot of Japanese characters and a lot of their stuff is quite cutesy, so it's a nice thing to add into my journal anyway. I'm not even close to being caught up in any of my Japan stuff, so I have 3 projects on the go basically to show our Japan holiday. One of them is the scrapbook, which is just like my 12 by 12 scrapbook where I do layouts of my photos. I haven't even started that for Japan or done any layouts on it because I haven't printed any photos and it's quite a big task. And then I've got my travel sketchbook, which I really like doing, but it does take a long time. And then obviously there's this one, which is photos and collage and using all the bits that I brought back. I know it seems a bit weird that I've got 3 ways to document this trip, but to me they're really different. The sketchbook I really enjoy doing, and I really like the style that is. The scrapbook, it wouldn't have any of the stuff that's going into my journal here, so it's going to have like the SLR photos that I took on my fancy camera, whereas these are just like all my phone snapshots. I might share some of them in the scrapbook, but this is more for like the day-to-day stuff rather than the bigger events and places that we went to. And also in this journal I share more about like the little details of the days. It goes into way more detail than my scrapbook would. I just feel more comfortable writing in this journal than I would because my scrapbook's mostly like paper and photos and less about the writing, although obviously you can put that in your scrapbook. I just prefer to put the extra little details in this one, and it's way more photos and, like I said before, a lot more ephemera and actual bits from the trip which I don't use in my scrapbook. So at the moment in the video I've got all my base parts down, so that includes like the photos and then some of the background paper bits. I've been using a bit of brown paper, so you can see that on the bottom right. I've used that in each spread at the moment, I think, just to tie them all in together, but generally it's not like a cohesive theme throughout the journal, it's just whatever takes my fancy, and it does seem to be doing like little pops of colour and pastel colours in the background. That's just the theme that's sort of coming out naturally with the papers and supplies I've collected just to use in this project. So I'm just creating a little flip bit up there with that little bear thing which I got from a stationery shop when I was out there. As you know, in my journals I like to have a bit more interactivity, so there's nothing extra I needed to add there. I just like the idea of having that in and showing the extra bit on the back. And then I'm just putting a bit of the gachapon packaging underneath. So I'm using double-sided for all the photos because I worry that the pit stick wouldn't hold them because they are printed on proper photo paper. And I just do this at home. I just take them into Photoshop and add a border and then print them out and cut them out at home. So this is the fun bit. This is when I go through all the extra details and embellishments. So I got a whole load of the stickers out of my sticker box, and then I just go ahead and add any extra bits on top. So the writing works really well on the ramen and the little arrow on the bottom right. And obviously because it's Japan, there's so many little mascots and characters out there, so it was a really good opportunity for me to use the character stickers, which I have so much of, and I'm really precious about them. Like, I really like them, and I don't generally use them on like other projects. I certainly wouldn't use them in my scrapbook, so this is the perfect chance to actually get them in a book and on a project. I didn't use as much washi tape on this page as in the other spreads, mostly because I think it's quite full as it was. But I do like the doodly look on some of the washi tapes that I've used in previous spreads. So these are some little character letters which I got when I was over there. Daiso and Don Quixote were shops that had lots of really cheap and kawaii stationery. So they're great places, and when I go back I'm definitely going to buy more because I was quite restrained actually when we went. And I do regret that a little bit. But it's not like we're not going to go back, so I'll just make up for it next time. I'm using letter stickers for the title at the top there, just for that picture. I don't do that on all the pictures because there's not enough space really, but I just thought that space needed a little bit of something, so I used these letter stickers which are see-through and sort of metallic-y gold, and they are from Hema. I'm also using a mild liner here just to put our first proper ramen, and that mild liner I bought in Japan, and I haven't done text like that in the journal so far, but I like the way that it looks, and it also brings in the pink from the other side of the spread, so it ties it in together. And just adding my writing there, just talking about how like picture perfect it looked and how it looked like it did in the movies, and I was really happy about that, so I had that little lol sign. All these little extra sticker bits I wouldn't find a place to use, but because this journal feels quite natural and really easy, and you know it's nothing fancy, it's just fun, I feel like I can use those as liberally as I like here. And the great thing about the journal is I don't have to think too much, it comes together really easily. This spread took me 40 minutes and I'm really pleased with how it came out. It's a really nice way to switch off and document my memories and just get really creative. I'm adding in some cats here, just underneath the little tip-in that I added because I thought that would be cute and fun just to flip that up and see some little cats there, which again I bought when I was out there. And then finally decorating with a few more stickers. So like I said, I really enjoyed doing these spreads and I hope you enjoyed watching as well. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week with another video. Have a good week. See you later.